No, yeah. For those of you who are just joining us, we just found out that Natasha Bedingfield is playing Ostrich Fest in what Scottsdale, Arizona?
No, she really wishes it was Scottsdale, Arizona. Ostrich Fest is in. Hold on.
It's in Arizona.
It's several names. It's in. Oh, it says Chandler, Arizona.
That's pretty metropolitan.
Yeah, I was.
That's a good place.
I actually wish it was in Joey, Arizona.
I've never heard of Joey, Arizona, but that does sound like a good place for an ostrich festival.
Yeah. Or Ross, Arizona.
Ross, Arizona. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, well done, David.
Rachel, Arizona. The folks at home, you're with me.
That was good, dude.
Whoever thought that life could be this way?
Your life's a joke. Your love life's DOA.
I'll be there for you. But yeah, Ostrich Fest.
Wait, and tickets are $20.
For a Friday pass is $20.
Friday pass, and
at Ostrich Fest. And here's the thing, because we were having a discussion about Natasha.
Right.
We said,
we gotta go.
How many followers? How many followers does she have? Because you wanted to rip a Natasha Bedingfield concert.
That is correct.
Because we love Pocket Full of Sunshine. Which we started talking about because you sucked a fart into your butt.
That is how we got here. Well, and then we did that because I decided to sit acrobatically today.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering how we got from and then before that I had a burrito. So that's how that happened.
We started recording at Ostrich Fest.
Yes.
Talking about Ostrich Fest. But it all really started with this position.
With this
sitting position. And it really started with a burrito earlier today.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we saw she's got a 2 p.m. set Friday at Ostrich Fest. And I'm just trying to see. Let's look at the lineup here. 2025 lineup. We got. No way. Roger Klein and the Peacemakers.
No way.
The Fray.
Oh, actually?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm getting more and more sexy.
You would be hyped at Ostrich Fest.
That's a great lineup.
Breland.
I can take it or leave it.
He's a young, kind of Steve Urkel looking guy with glasses.
For sure.
We got Los Rielos.
Okay. That sounds, yeah.
Natasha Bedingfield.
Sure.
Tyler Hubbard. You ever heard of him? Oh, and that's it. There's
So it's a tight lineup.
It's a tight lineup at Ostrich.
I don't know, man. The Fray might be a tipping point. That's pretty cool.
Imagine getting to see the Fray and
How to Save
Natasha.
a Life. How to Save a Life. Oh, my dreams are. What?
Back to back.
Do you think? Do you think you get a ride ostriches while you listen to the Fray?
Come on, man. That wouldn't be $20 if you could do that.
I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of land out there. That would be cool, dude. Would you do that? Would you ride an ostrich and listen to the Fray?
I would do that without the Fray even involved.
But no, the Fray has to be involved. Fray is a major component of this activity.
I could just see like people like struggling to stay on. They're like, whoa, like getting ran around and like facing the wrong way. Like, I'm trying to watch the Fray.
How to Save a Life. Okay. But there is ostriches. Like, what do you think they bet on them? Do you think they race?
I don't think ostriches are even really there. I think they.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, then this isn't worth going to. I thought
I didn't look into it, but you would think it would be on the website first thing. Is yes, we have ostriches.
Oh. And then a 2 p.m. slot's pretty tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. I thought, for some reason, Unwritten and Pocket Full of Sunshine, I thought if she was at an ostrich, I guess in my head I hold her in a place where if she was at an Ostrich Fest, there would be ostriches.
Oh, no, unfortunately, she's not as successful as you want her to be.
That's a darn shame.
Yeah.
We should get her on the pod.
It seems like we could. It seems like that's not that unrealistic. She's not doing great. She's performing at Ostrich Fest with Tyler Hubbard and Breland.
And the Fray. Which are also, I mean, that's tough for the Fray.
That is, they're probably looking at they're like, yeah, you want to do Ostrich Fest? And they're like, sure. And then, they're hearing the lineup. They're like, what's that now? This is, I don't know.
When you're in your room alone without me,
yeah.
Do you ever lie like this? Do you ever lie? Do you lie creatively? Like,
dude, honestly, that is a creative lie.
Yeah.
I'll
Ow. I just jammed the mic into my tooth.
You got too excited.
Well, I got too much into my...
Your pose. I'll throw down a creative lie mainly if my back hurts. Like, I'll get into a position like that when the lower back starts giving me some trouble.
For sure.
And I'll say, you know what, I need to change the whole system up.
Yeah, I get. What are you like? If you're trying to think of a joke or what, this is really working in the inside of my hamstrings right now, which is good because if you know anything about me, those are tight.
Yeah.
When you're like stuck on like a problem, you're trying to think of a bit or whatever. Does that get you like spinning around in your bed? Like,
no, I don't. You write in your bed, don't you?
Yeah, I do everything in my bed, brother. Welcome to the dojo.
You write in your bed. I can't do that. I need to be up, walking, and pacing to write like 90% of the time. Like
Today, dude, you were talking to yourself.
That's how I do it.
And I was like, who are you on the phone with? You were like, myself.
No, that's how I do it. I mean, that's you hear me on stage and you go, wow, how does he sound so natural? And the word sounds. It's because I said them out loud already. I've said them out loud several times.
Do you like pretend to hold a microphone?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'll throw a little TV remote.
Okay, nice.
But
nice.
No, most of I'm just walking. I'm pacing. I'm walking back and forth. I'm saying like the same line over and over again, but like with like a different inflection each time. And
okay.
I just got to hear it. I really don't know if something's going to be funny until I say it out loud.
But you can tell once you've said it out loud to yourself, you're like, this is good. Or this.
I can tell. Yeah, I can tell if something sounds funny.
Okay.
I'm just built like that.
You're just you and me both, brother.
Yeah.
I'm more of a. I'll be just writing in bed. I'll look insane. I'll just be writing in bed, and then like once every couple weeks, I think of something, and I go, I'm like, that's it. I go, I'll say. I mean, you're kind of the. I have to say it out loud to really know, but I need you. Just the amount of times I come up to you and I'm like, you got it. I got it. I just have to. I have to get it out. I mean, God bless you for moving in here.
I like hearing it.
You're gonna stop one day. You're gonna be like, for the love of God, dude.
Well, no, there is. I know you're a bed writer because I like these walls are very thin here.
Yeah,
but it's weird. I've never heard you doing anything embarrassing in here, but I'll hear a page turn. Like I'll be in the kitchen, like reading or not reading. I don't know.
No, you were both just turning them.
I'm reading the back of a mac and cheese box to see how to do it, and I'll hear a page turn, and then I'm going. I know. Oh, I ruined my own joke. I got ahead of myself. I was gonna say I know he's not reading in there, so I figured he's writing, but I got caught up in the.
Dude, I was first of all, that's shocking that gets through. That's really eye opening. If just
literally just.
I gotta really lock it down in here.
Yeah, but I've never heard anything else.
Huh?
Yeah.
I guess I gotta get it going.
Turn quieter.
Can you? I'm just turning pages. Did you my buddy Eric, our buddy Eric, he asked me the other day. We're just sitting down kind of quietly at like a coffee table in a coffee restaurant.
Yeah.
And that's where they keep them. And he was like, do you like educate yourself? He was like, do you learn? And I was like, who starts like that? Because that was his way of asking me if I read, like if I'm reading.
Yeah,
and
which you don't.
I do actually. I read a little bit. I read one book this year so far.
Which
I read 6 last year, which is a number I'm really proud of.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say because you got kind of humiliated today at the open mic for not knowing who Robert Frost was.
Yeah, I did not. I believe it or not, I didn't put in the research. Well, hernia update. That's what that guy was, right? It was
The
that
hernia guy.
The hernia guy. So hernia update. What is this? Number 4? Anyway,
4.
hernia. Anyway, the lovely husband of the lovely surgeon from the open mic that recommended. It was the first time I'd seen him since, and I think he shaved his beard or whatever. So I wasn't totally sure if it was him. And he gets on stage. And we were sitting like right next to the stage, and he goes, "Hey, Max," and I go, "Hey," this is into a microphone. He's talking. He goes, "Hey, how's your balls?" And I was like, "Good, man." And he was like, "My wife touched his balls," and nobody nobody knows about this.
Nobody knew the context.
And I was just like, "Yeah, man." Way to ease into it. and then it, it didn't crush particularly. And then he quoted Robert Frost. He was like, Robert Frost, right? I was like, I don't know, does he touch balls?
Yeah, no, you didn't. You guys were both humiliated in a way. His balls,
but
your balls were in his wife's hands.
Yeah.
And then he tried to punish you for it, for not knowing who the
but
Robert Frost,
exactly,
great American poet.
Do you have a favorite Robert Frost quote?
Well, it was the one he was saying. It was the road less traveled.
How does it go? The road less traveled.
Well, it's like something. It's like a poem about there's a path with many footprints, and then a path with no footprints or whatever, and like it's about courage of taking the unbeaten path or something. I don't know. I guess I don't even know who this asshole is.
It's crazy within like a 2-minute span to be like, my wife touched his balls. This guy doesn't know who Robert Frost is. And you're like, I'm just trying to be supportive.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But dude, I missed you, man. You were over in Michigan.
Yeah, dude. I got called a pedophile over there, overseas. Yeah. I know. I was called a pedophile.
Tell the story.
Nobody likes being called a pedophile. Not even pedophiles. They're like, keep it close to the chest.
Yeah.
That's not a good way to get into the story. I'm not,
because you didn't like it.
No, I didn't. But I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Yeah. I was with I was visiting Ann Arbor, a lovely town near Detroit, even lovelier city. You don't want to alienate your fans in Detroit. But what up, D-Town? That's
Yeah.
what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
it's cold in the D.
Mm-hmm. And I was with him and his girlfriend. And him and his girlfriend have been dating for like 4 years, and all of us were pretty drunk. And anyway, we're sitting at the bar in this booth, and then across the bar, there's this group of 3 women, all with back tattoos.
Whoa.
I know. And I go,
I didn't hear this.
I know. Well, I forgot this was it wasn't very important, but I just saw that and I was enticed. I was like, and I told him, I was like, hey, those are some attractive women. You know how when you're just walking and you just see like a nice building, you're like, that's a good building. And I was like, those are some hot. And he goes, you should go talk to them. And I was like, no, this was more of a no. And then he goes, if you don't, I will. And I go, no. And so I
will cheat on my girlfriend.
He shoots up and he walks right up to these women who we had made zero eye contact with. He goes up to them and and tells them something to the effect of, hey, my friend over there in the corner is one of the top 500 comedians in New York City, and he thinks you guys are cute or whatever. And so I'm sitting in the corner looking like just like a coward.
Yeah.
And then he goes, Max, get over here.
Yeah.
Get over here. And I'm like, no. And then he's like, Max, get over here. And I'm like, okay. So I walk up to these women. They're, drunk or whatever, and they're like, we hear you're one of the top 500 comedians in New York. It's like, what an intro. Yeah. It's like, how many are there? Anyway, they're like, you should tell us a joke. And I'm like, nah, it doesn't really like work like that. It doesn't go that way. And they're like, tell us. And my friend's like, he has a funny Girl Scout joke, and they're like, tell us the joke, and I go, no, and they're like, we're starting a timer, and they start a timer, they're like, tell the joke, and I'm like, okay, and so I have this joke about the Girl Scouts that it's funny, it's not bar funny. I get halfway through it and they go, "Oh, you're a pedophile," and then they start chanting, "Diddy, Diddy," and I'm like, "Oh no!" I'm like, "I'm so sorry," and I go and sit back in the bar, or sit back in the booth, and they walk up as they're walking by, and they go, "Diddy." And my friend sits down, and he was like, "What the heck, man?" And I was like, "What the heck what do you think? That was the worst setup of all time." I felt, dude, I was telling you, I felt like such a loser. I felt like a loser, like as a man and as a comedian, and nothing pissed me off more than my buddy, who I love to death, just with the confidence of someone that's been in a relationship for 4 years. He's like, "I could have done that. I could have pulled." I was like, what are you? It was like you handed me a wiffle ball bat and you threw a dumbbell. I was like, what are you talking about? Anyway, so then we all went back to the air mattress and had an epic 4-way as they saw they were wrong, and I was handsome.
I'm so glad it ended that way.
Me too.
I was really worried for a second that they just humiliated you. And left.
It seemed like that was what was going to happen.
And
but then the orgy on the air mattress.
Dude, guys who have been in a relationship forever, they have that. They like think they're good with women because they're like, dude, I've gotten laid every night for the last 4 years. Dude, like, I know what I'm doing.
You forgot where you came from. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Your roots.
You don't know how to talk. You guys are you're already sleeping in the same bed. It's so easy.
It's so easy, dude. It's so easy. I could sleep with your girlfriend anytime.
Yeah.
That's not true. I've successfully slept with some of my previous girlfriends.
Yeah.
More than that was when I was doing good.
Dude.
Yeah.
So nice to
sleep with have sex with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I got
safe.
The moves, man. I can get a girl in sweatpants.
Yeah. He's like, why don't you just go up to her and say, "Babe, horny." That's what I do.
Where's your share of the rent?
Yeah. No, those guys, they don't know jack. I mean, you were telling me that story yesterday, and I related to that story by telling you about the time where I was freshly off a breakup, and I went to a bar with my friends, my friend Hot Hadi, and Jonathan, and I saw a girl, and when you say, you just want to say, yeah, like you just want to say, look, she's hot, let's move on.
Yes.
But same
like you observed something, like you saw a bird.
Yeah, same thing, and then go talk to her.
Right.
And I don't want, like, no, that's not what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, same exact story. And then they like called her over, and I didn't talk to her, and then she just ended up grinding on Hot Hadi, like as I was sitting there at the table. And I'm like, no, thanks for getting my back there, dude.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And then she was like, after the bar, she was texting him, and she said, how she was like, I want to go back to your place. And and Hadi was like, I was like, are you going to do it? And he's like, no, man, I can't. That's your girl. Like, no, it's not.
It's absolutely not.
And fuck you. You were grinding with my girl, asshole.
Why is this the line?
Yeah.
Oh.
I will not sleep with her.
Did he end up doing it?
I don't know.
Did he sleep with your lady?
I don't think so. Like she was just not even like to me she was so hot that I had to point her out.
Right.
To him, I don't even think she was really on his level. Like he's like, yeah, this is like a nice bar grind, but I'm not gonna dip my hot dog into her water.
I don't think I've ever been grinded upon. Certainly not in a public space. In this room.
It's awkward to like.
Yeah.
It is awkward to be horny in public, man.
You tell me about it.
It is like to dance. in front of people or to like grind or whatever, like being in a club, I don't care. I can't do that.
No, I've certainly never been the grinder. Yeah,
Like
you've
been on Grinder.
Yeah, dude, it's a good enterprise. I mean, Grinder. So if you're someone like if you and I, there's the grinder and there's the grinded upon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Grindy.
The grindee. So your friend Hot Habib.
Hadi.
Oh.
Hot Habib. It's close enough.
Was he the grinder or the grindee?
He was getting grinded on.
Grinded upon.
He was not
a grindist.
Do you know what a grinding is?
I'm losing faith in my concept of it.
It's like where like a girl is like, or a guy is rubbing his or her ass all over your junk space in a public.
Okay, that's what is twerking like you just like one notch up.
Twerking is like just freestyle, like doing
sure.
like a belly dancer,
like
but with
like
her
a
ass.
Dog off the leash. There's no leash.
Elaborate.
There's no leash. Like it's just out in the wild, and grinding's more attached.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't fully following you, but
okay.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay, so grinding, and what's the other one?
Twerking. Well,
twerking. You're
grinding is basically a girl is twerking on your D.
Sure. And then
on the dance floor.
Twerking's just putting it out there,
throwing that ass back.
So if an individual is just twerking on the dance floor, and you mosey on up to it, consensually, or what? So the grind has turned into a twerk. No, the twerk has turned into a grind.
Yeah, if she so accepts to back that thing up. Onto you. If she chooses to do that.
I genuinely like it when you explain things to me.
Yeah.
It brings me a lot of joy.
Nope. Hey, mustard.
Did we talk about that on this?
Yeah.
That was really good.
This is the most whitest conversation. But
yeah.
I know, I'm like, it's crazy that I'm like being like, brother, man, I'm going to teach you what this shit is.
Well, you do, man. You're wise in your ways.
I am.
I learn. You teach me a lot.
Teach me something.
Okay, well... but I feel like I bring the subjects up a lot. I do think I bring the like I confuse you, and then I what is something that you're like, that's something I want to learn about. This is a crazy angle for this.
I hope is he still in the shot, Anna? Yeah, okay, perfect.
Oh, for real? How does it look?
This is good. This is gonna get the views up, man.
I feel like this is kind of. Does it look good? Because these are new jeans. And okay. Because that would, dude, I can't handle the internet being like, he has no ass. Because if I'm being honest, for real, that's awesome to hear. Because I worry about my back end a lot. My top half, I have confidence in. My back, from this, because
You're worried you have a flat ass?
Yeah, dude. I worry about my base a lot. Yeah. Because I've added a lot to my frame, but my base, yeah. I don't know. It would just be nice if the internet, I mean, I got called a pedophile. This could be a win right here.
If that pedophile has a nice ass.
Yeah, dude. That's it. That's way better than just that pedophile has a badass.
It's a real mixed blessing.
Yeah, it's a mixed
comment.
blessing.
No, I mean, I could see some people, and I think you kind of had a subliminal message going on in your head because we've been talking about twerking and grinding, and you sort of presented your ass.
I did. I was like, back up on that. It got to me.
You're like, let's just say someone's twerking.
Let's just hypothetically.
And you rolled up. Is it now transformed into a grind?
Yeah.
Well, she's still twerking. It's just that
she's a twerk.
Her throwing that twerk onto
has become an unconsensual grind.
Well, I mean, that's coming from a guy like you, but
yeah.
I'm only practicing consensual grinds.
Okay, I get that.
So you never went to like a school dance or anything like that?
But it, that wasn't how I had a lot of punch, I was in the outside space a lot. You know how there's like the dance and then there's like the courtyard where you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love an outdoor area.
I love it.
Like when you're at a concert or whatever and there's a patio, you're like, yes, I'm going to be running around out here.
Dude, thank you for saying that. I enjoy being at something, but not really being at it. Next to something.
Totally.
That's where it's at.
I mean, some of my fondest memories in life was my friend Nick, his uncle would take us to Marlins games.
Yeah.
And we would just be in like the lobby area during the entirety of the games, just like throwing a tennis ball with each other.
Yeah.
And stealing the banana peppers from like the hot dog dressing area.
Dude, all of being at a baseball game is trying not to be at a baseball game. It's just grabbing beers and wandering around getting food.
Yeah.
It's all wandering.
It is. And that's why I don't like. That's what I appreciate about the Marlins sucking is that tickets are dirt cheap. Like literally, you can get $7 tickets, and that's what it should be. I don't want to spend a lot of money.
No,
on a baseball ticket.
No, dude. It's just baseball is the best sport to go to because it's just. It's basically like, do you want to go drink and occasionally scream?
Dude, if they would let you smoke weed in there, I honestly think it would like... baseball's struggling right now. I think if they let you smoke weed there, dude, it would go up.
If you're sitting in those $7 seats, you can smoke weed. Let me tell you, dude, if you're that high up, you can get that high.
Mm-hmm. Well, it wasn't even high up. It was like standing room, basically.
Oh, wow. But it's so funny to just have standing room tickets in an empty stadium. You're like, I think I'm going to snag one of these.
Oh, yeah. No, we would sit. It was no one was there to check us on that. Like
sure.
you know how like I'm sure we've all done the thing where you move up at a sporting event.
I have done
and
that,
your worst fear is that the people are going to show up late.
Yes.
And then you get embarrassed and they're like, those are our seats.
Sure.
At a Marlins game, the sheer odds of that happening of a completely empty section, like if that were, first of all, those guys are assholes. If they're calling you out at an empty section.
Yeah, dude. They're like, we can sit anywhere.
Well, you actually pulled that on me. You talked me some sense into me.
Did I?
In when we went to go see Parasite. We went to go see Parasite at IMAX, one of the biggest, honorable mention, biggest IMAXs in the country, in the Upper West Side. And
10 in the morning.
10 in the morning. A lot of open seats, and I'm like looking. I'm like, I think that's it. And you're like, we're sitting.
I was like, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's gonna be like, those are mine.
But for the first 5 minutes, when people were like walking in late, I'm like, oh no, we're gonna get called out.
Well, I mean, no spoilers to the you stopped watching. It was your first time watching the whole movie.
I stopped when it first came out. I was watching it on Amazon, and then I stopped watching it right before anything happens in the movie. Like it was like literally right before the movie starts, basically.
Yes, and then it turns into quite the movie.
Well, that's the thing. Like it really is like if you were watching Up and you and then you turned it off and for 3 years you thought the movie was about. Man, that old man lost his wife. What a sad movie about an old man losing his wife.
And people are just talking about Parasite like it's one of the best movies. And you're like, yeah, I guess it was all right.
Yeah, I was like, no, I could see it. Yeah, it's good that family got jobs.
Oh,
us.
Oh, dude. I mean, you want to keep this thing short or you want to keep cooking?
What? I mean, I don't think I have anything more. Do you have anything to say?
No, I think this was a good time. I mean,
how much have we done, Anna? 29 minutes? Shit, that's a fucking... Listen, Joseph is going to complain that it was short.
Yeah, but he can check this out, dude.
Yeah.
Because we haven't done... This makes up for... And honestly, now that I'm seeing it at this angle, this is my favorite angle to look at myself.
Yeah, that's nice lumps, man.
It's just kind of... fills in.
It does.
Yeah.
It's only... And, like, you can't really stand like that, though.
I certainly couldn't. I certainly couldn't.
But you could, like, totally... I could see... Like, you invite a lady over...
Yeah.
And she knocks on your door, and you go, "Come in."
Just like that. But the amount this is better with clothes on.
Oh,
Because
yeah?
this naked, startling.
You're not. Yeah.
This has to be clothed.
Sure.
Because this is all the worst things.
I'm picturing it.
It's just like, what the hell?
Your nuts just resting on that back leg.
It's way too vulnerable. I mean, that's
Yeah. That's true.
This is the craziest naked pose.
I mean,
especially for a lady.
No, I mean, you were ripping some crazy naked poses back there too. You had legs spread against the wall.
We can leave this as a poll because I think this is way more aggressive than. I mean, what was I doing here?
Yeah, that's pretty.
I mean, that's great, especially because
Yeah.
it would have. But I think this, from the door being there, because this is more sack centered, whereas the other one's just straight crack, but like twisted to like, you know,
Yeah.
it's like I made a hallway or something.
And make a note. That's the name of our episode. Sack centered.
this is a sack centered pose.
It is.
You know,
That's what I would be doing if I was a yoga teacher. It'd be breathe in, center your sack. I need everyone to center their sack.
I also feel like this because the sack is kind of going that way, and the shaft is. I think you want them on the same page, or do you want it like on the thigh? Like
so, the sack is not.
if
So
you
it's
were,
kind of it's like noon. It's 12:30 going on.
yeah,
Yeah.
well done, yes,
Okay.
yeah, but I think you want kind of like 11:50.
11:50. Oh, so they're okay.
I think that's what you want, right? Like for everything to seem like it's on the same page.
Yeah.
Because
And that's a book I'd read.
yeah, just if you're walking into this. Also, it'd be way better if I was aroused, because then
Oh yeah, and then
that's what you have to do. You have
it's
to
like
do
a
this.
sundial.
You have to get hard and then do this. All right, man. Should we get out of here? It's like it's just the windows up. It's like it's noon.
There's a window.
There's a
over
window there. Oh
The
man,
sundial joke. That's That's highbrow intellectual stuff.
I look, man. That was really funny. That was really funny.
Well, okay.
All right.
Yeah, Joseph Corbin. Corbin. I comment on this one, bro. I'm gonna actually be pissed if you don't do it.
I hope you guys watched the video. This was very visually stimulating.
This was a highly visual episode.
Highly visual.
All right, you guys are our best friends. Goodbye.